Hey guys, Mike here, Dezaras Prime. Doing my entry into the M.I.S.T challenge, the most interestingly selected transformer, posed by Matteo Potato. Um, there's going to be some continuity issues with this because I'm in the midst of currently reviewing Six Shot and Quick Switch. And when I started that review, I had full beard, and then I had an accident with the beard trimmers and ended up shaving the sides off because I thought the 2 clip was the cover and took it off and just had at it on my cheeks. And so you'll see me do this M.I.S.T challenge like this, but then when we go back to normal broadcasting, which I think we're still in Combiner Wars at this time, yeah, I'm about to start Bruticus. That'll be delayed because of this M.I.S.T challenge, because I will interject myself into stuff that people have done throughout the little challenges that people set up. I will maybe take a break from regular scheduled broadcasting and just jump into that. So yeah, when we return for the Combiner Wars reviews, that'll all still be there. I'm just looking now. I'm trying to find Curiosity. I've just done one actually. Titan's Return Astro Train. He is a curious one. Turns out I'd mistransformed Sentinel Prime. You'll see that review when you get to it, but I don't know. I'm kind of thinking Dark of the Moon Skyhammer at the minute, because he was an original mould of a character that wasn't even in the film, but he's a great figure. He is one of the best Dark of the Moon toys. Let's have a look. Optimus Primes. Any curious Optimus Primes? Not really. They're all kind of, standard, I guess. I've got the Go Nemesis Prime, which is a repaint of Prime, the Beast Hunters one, but that was like, when I first saw that, I was like, oh, that exists. It's really tough to pick one out that's like, one that's... And have I even reviewed Dark of the Moon Skyhammer? I can't remember. He might be on my +1 channel, he might not be. I'm just trying to look at all my figures. No, not the Death Star, because I've already done that. I don't know. Really don't know. I don't know if I've reviewed Universe Onslaught. He's a interesting one as well, because Universe Onslaught's the Ultra Class. He's a great toy, and he's not even a combiner. So, points for that, I guess. Do you know what? I found it. By this point, I haven't done my, I've done, but I haven't uploaded my Devastator review yet. And there is some stuff in there where I mention Long Haul, the Combiner Wars version, and I do a quick comparison between him and Revenge of the Fallen Long Haul. But I haven't done a review of that one yet, so I think for my M.I.S.T challenge, I'm going to go with Revenge of the Fallen Voyager Class Long Haul. I'll see you at the table. So yeah, here we are with my most interestingly selected Transformer. It's Long Haul. It's also Payload as well, because I wanted Long Haul. Couldn't get Long Haul at the time, so I went on eBay, saw Payload for 20 quid. I was like, it's the mold I like. Because let's face it, Long Haul as a character didn't have any character, did he? In the Revenge of the Fallen movie. So I was like, yeah, I like the mold, let's get it. And then I believe it was Auto Assembly 2014, I got me a long haul. One thing I like about interjecting into my regularly scheduled broadcasts is I can give more real-time updates, more modern updates to certain things. Big continuities, of course, but it's one of those things where I can give my views on stuff that's happening recently that you won't catch. I might mention stuff today that you won't see for a few more weeks until I hit the review that I'm doing at that point, because I'm so far ahead in my recording. My Combiner War stuff was all done before Christmas. So, yeah, there's not a lot of modern commentary in there. But, yeah, I like these little challenges that people throw out. And, I'm able to, yes, I will look in a minute. My brother's tagged me in something again. Does that a lot. It allows me to look up stuff. Not look up stuff, but give my thoughts on things. I've seen the Bumblebee movie. It's great. It's really good. I like it a lot. I find it very attractive. Haven't seen Aquaman yet. I still plan on seeing that. Just watched Reign of the Superman. That was enjoyable. It's different to the comics, but obviously you've got to update it, and it needs to fit in with their current animated cinematic kind of aesthetic. But yeah, got a bunch of Siege stuff. I'm really liking the Siege line at the minute. And yeah, but we're not here to talk about that today, are we? This is, like I said, this challenge just struck me as something I wanted to do because I wasn't going to review today. Part of me wanted to finish off the 6-shot quick switch review, but I've been at work all night and I haven't slept yet. But I wanted to get in on this. So this will go up on Wednesday, 3 days from now. I believe Motormaster is the Monday review, which rounds out the Menasor, and then Friday we'll start Bruticus. So Voyager Longhaul. He's, like I said, the character didn't really do much in the film. He just hung around and revived Megatron and just... Did he combine to form Devastator? I don't know. But honestly, in the game, he was the best thing about the Revenge of the Fallen game for me. Any chance I got to play as a Decepticon or as Longhaul, I took it. Because, I mean... Yeah, you're facing the back, and imagine that fucking back just running around wrecking fools. I think he looked a bit more hench in the game, but what if that's even possible? Because he's a fucking beast. And I mentioned this in my Combiner Wars Devastator review, that again hasn't gone up yet, but that Longhaul is cuddly. This Longhaul is a monster, and he will destroy you. And he's just got so much good detail in him. And he's one of those few that had character in the sense of he had colour. Because you had your few that had the colours, and then the rest were just grey generic Decepticons. And then you had the ones that were nothing like their original counterparts, which, fair enough, it's a different interpretation. Longhaul was a Constructicon. He was a big, mean bastard, and it shows with this toy. He looks like he will destroy you. But some of the detailing is phenomenal on this figure. The paintwork on the arms, you've got the grey mixed in with the green and the black. And that piston effect as well that really adds some beefiness to the arms. I quite dig that. Arms are long, but, it's all the more to grab you with. And he's got 2 thumbs. So, that's an interesting one. Detailing the chest as well. That head sculpt is nice and all. I do like that head sculpt. Like I said, he looks mean. and he's got his numbers on there. A lot of, yeah, he's got his the full fucking wheel bar above his head, and then he's got the flatbed at the back, which is surprisingly compact, really. It's they're giving props for that, actually. It's really compact, and I mean, you could have it down flat, and even like that, it flattens it out a bit, but then you've got like big ass flap. So I tend to have it like that at an angle, just to, you know, there's no ass flap, and it kind of like, it's still not that egregious, really. And then he's got his blades as well, I believe. I'm trying to figure out, is that the switch for the blades? It might be. No blades are coming out. I think it is this blade switch, but they will not release. Let me just see if I can get his blades out. His blades don't want to come out to play, but he's got blades. They're a bit tricky to get out, but it's... If we look at his legs as well, he's got those nice fucking detailing on the legs as well. These panels, they kind of move around a little bit. So he's got a lot of layers. This figure is very layered. Like I mentioned, he's got the pistons there on top of the standard sculpting, and underneath the abdominal section, that's all moulded, but he's got like these bits on top, and then if you come down, you've got like the Mechalive piston in his shins. It's just a fascinating figure, this one is. Definitely one of the best ones of the Revenge of the Fallen line. And yeah, definitely one that I wanted to get. He's big and fucking beefy, and he looks nasty. And I know some people don't like the movie lines or the movie figures. Hi, Dan. But yeah, there's some that I don't like. There's some that are just a little bit too bollocks for my liking. But this guy's like one of the better ones. Yeah. So that's Longhaul. Let's take a quick look at Payload and see how he stacks up. Yeah, both Decepticons. Payload is not the green, he is yellow. More like a sandstorm yellow. With some nice, it's like Swindle on steroids in a way. A lot of that numbering and shit that Longhaul has on his legs and on the chest pieces there, that's been replaced. That's painted over. No, it's not. Sorry, the numbers were on that bit, weren't they? Yeah, that's been just painted over. But again, some nice detailing. It retains all that same, you know, Mechalive. Is it Mechalive? Yeah, Mech-Tech was the stupid fucking weapons from Dark of the Moon, wasn't it? But it retains all the Mechalive features, and it has a nice colour scheme. It's, I don't think there's any moulding differences at all. I'm going to try and shift that so I can get some light into his head there. Because that's the thing, Longhaul has a green head, it's easier to see his head. With Payload, it's all black in there, but there. See? He looks evil. He looks like an evil force of the Decepticons. And I mentioned that he doesn't have the numbers and stuff, that's all blanked out. But he does have the little 4 nipples on each tit. They're painted in. And that nice purple, like, circular area in the middle of his chest there. Again, some nice paintwork. And the silver underneath these cage parts on his hips. Yeah, I dig it. I dig both of these. I like both of them. yeah, that's Payload. The big wheels on the top. They, I'd say they're not the best figures. They're not my favourite figures, but they are ones that I'm glad are in my collection. Payload seems to be riding a little high, his wheels, higher than Onslaught. But yeah, they are, I like them, they're fun. They're weird little quirky little fucking, or big fucking quirky bastards that fucking I just enjoy having in my collection. And that's what it's about, isn't it? It's not just about collecting them all, it's about having fun with them. I always say, because people are like, oh, don't you leave them in the box and that? No. I'll leave my stuff in the box. Yes, but your stuff is one feature. You might have an action figure in a box that doesn't become something else. With these, you need to take them out of the box and you need to play with them. And you need. I'm not just going to take the fucking box's word for it on whether or not it's going to become that, because I know all too well that sometimes you can't get it to that. Sentinel Prime, Dark of the Moon Leader, for example, I can't get it into fire engine mode properly. It just doesn't. One of the side panels just doesn't clip in. So, you know, you need to take it out and learn those things. Whether you want to learn that particular fact is another matter entirely. But that's part of the fun of it. You buy these Transformers to transform them, to take them out and not just take the box's word for it, but turn it into something else. And that's what I enjoy about these. Let's quickly go over points of articulation. We'll go with Long Haul, seeing as he is the centerpiece. He is the reason I am doing this video. He does have a head swivel. It's kind of hindered by the shoulder kibble, but he can go that way, a full 90 degrees. It looks like, I can't tell. No, I think that's painted. I don't think he's got light piping, but it kind of gives off the impression that he does. His arms. See, it clips okay. It's just, he's got ratchety arms, and they can go all the way around, but it's, yeah, there's a lot of shit in the way. You know, that fucking beefy shit. And then ratchety arms and kind of iffy on, because when you do try and lift him up, it does pull his torso. It splits his waist. He's got a thigh. No thigh. We're on the arms, aren't we? Upper bicep swivel. He has a bend at the elbows, that Mech Alive bend, and a bit of wrist articulation. So you can get some decent poses out of the guy. Doesn't have a waist swivel because it comes apart at the waist. Fuck off. See, that's one of the bad things about these figures. When you've got a lot of shit hanging around, it's easy to like grab the wrong part. Trying to get his arm out of the way so I can do leg articulation. Nice ratchets on the legs, they go out to a degree because these panels here are kind of hindered. They get in the way. He does have thigh swivel. Again, hindered by these panels. And double bend at the knee, which is an interesting feature. And a little bit of ankle action. Again, that Mecha Life feature. The stuff gets in the way, yes, but I like that stuff. That stuff is fine, it can stay in the way. Because you can still get some decent posing out of this guy and make him look like he's about to rip your fucking cock off. But he's still fucking, yeah. Like I said, he's a curiosity. He's one of those that I like the look of. I like playing as him in the game. And yeah, I just like this figure overall. So we'll get to vehicle modes for the two, because they have working flatbeds. Let's see what they're all about, shall we? If I can remember. Well, transformation's a fucking pain in the arse. It is at first. If you go back to these things after, what, nearly 10 years now since this figure released. But I had to, I did my research. By that I went on YouTube and checked out an old review someone else did of long haul. And yeah, once I'd sussed out long haul, Payload took me a couple of minutes. It's a tricky transformation. But once you figure it out, and there's a couple of little areas where you have to kind of force it. I did with long haul. Didn't find myself forcing it as much with Payload, but yeah, once you get it in, it's a nice little dump truck. It's a rewarding transformation at the end of the day. There's nice little 6 wheels and some nice detailing, and he's even got like the flatbed feature where if you grab the arms, then the flatbed lifts up, and you've got like again those Mecha Life pistons really come into play there as well. It's a nice, I mean you can see the hands, but yeah, doesn't really matter to me. Some nice like bumps along there, some nice detailing, and again you see that fucking those panels from his thighs that all fold out, and even those detailing underneath, like I thought that was painted, but it's not. It's just where the light's falling on it. But those like steel bumps again, and there's a lot of nice little hidden detail in there. Clear plastic window that's actually hollow on the back, but this whole thing is a hollow piece, which is fine. I don't mind that as much. But yeah, really like this. Nice fucking dump truck mode. It's got a nice little gimmick to it. It's nice playability, and it's robust as well. Some of the fucking movie toys can feel flimsy. Some of the toys in general can feel flimsy. I was talking with Dan. Last time I video chatted with him a couple of weeks ago now, and he was on about Power Core Combiner's double clutch, and that is a fucking waste of space. He's part of my collection. I don't have any desire to ever think about him again, so yeah, but this feels good. It feels fucking sturdy and robust, and it feels like I could let the kids play with this and not worry about it breaking. Yeah, good job all around. And then we've got Payload, who is kind of he's good as well. Try to see if I can spot some purple there, or if it's just like the light reflecting off. It's probably just the light reflecting off the black. But he's very Tonka toy, which is a neat little trick. He doesn't have as much of the painted detail on the front, but you know, he's got the red lights and the black going across and the painted grille, which is a nice touch because Long Haul's grille is just green. His wheels don't seem to want to fucking come out properly. I think I might have forced them in a bit too much. Yeah, there we are. No, don't go at an angle, you bitch. Yeah, Payload's wheels seem to bend a little bit. Bend inwards. I don't know why. He rolls well enough. Long Hauls do as well, for that matter. But again, they roll well enough, so yeah, I don't know if that's intended or not. But he's got it's pretty much where Long Haul's painted black, Payload has the grey, which might get a little bit lost because it's yellow and it all blends in a little bit more. But he's got like the red window there instead. The nice little red touches really make it pop a little bit as well. And yeah, all in all, both very good dump trucks. He has that Mecha Live flatbed feature as well that feels a little bit tighter on this. I don't know what it is about Payload, everything feels a little bit tighter and a little bit scarier, I want to say, because it still has all the nice little bump detail stuff there. I don't know. Doesn't feel as safe as long haul. It feels tight, but that's the problem. It feels maybe a little bit too tight in places. But yeah, both very decent. I really do like these figures. Great playability in both modes. It's a tricky transformation, or one that you've got to think about or look up. But then once you get the hang of it, it's like, that's pretty easy. Which, you know, these are Revenge of the Fallen toys, and, you know, Revenge of the Fallen toys weren't exactly known for their simplicity. Optimus Prime, I'm looking at you. The Prime is still my favourite fucking movie Prime toy. But yeah, those are my M.I.S.T. most interestingly selected Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen Long Haul, and Payload. I've been Dezaras Prime. I'll be back on Friday where we kick off my Combiner Wars Combaticons reviews. You shall see me in a bitch.